Hello, this is Jer. This is the Nightmare series of Oxygen Not Included. I'm on the radioactive ocean asteroid that is metal poor and has a frozen core. Absolutely terrible place to be. As if it wasn't bad enough, all the game settings are on the maximum hardness, and we don't have teleportation or care packages. Enjoy! Welcome back. So last episode we entered the nuclear age. So we've got a research reactor. We're generating some nuclear waste, some rad bolts when we need them. And we've got a materials study terminal nearby to take advantage of all those red bolts. So where do we go from here? I think I'm going to start off with a few base upgrades or changes. The first of which is going to be an airlock that divides the cool area that's down here where I've got sleet wheat and my actual living area, because I've got coolness escaping up here and slow warmness going down to these guys, and I don't want to see that. Just before I work on that airlock, I'm going to bring in some carbon dioxide. So we'll connect this. I want to make sure that doesn't escape, so I'm going to go into the rocket Morpheus. And I'm going to do a cut, just to be sure this isn't being escaping into the rocket, out of the rocket, because that's where natural gas was going out. Because we're going to go on a space mission, and my space mission I'm planning right now is to go over to this world, collect some more metal ore, and seal this area up so it is exposed to space. It'd be nice if we sealed that up, because we have this natural gas geyser down here that we could take advantage of, but it's leaking a little bit into space. As I was showing you this plan of getting down here, I'm realizing I don't know if I can actually land on a platform with material in the way. Yeah, I may have to get a trailblazer, get someone to dig this out before we get down. Anyways, note to self on that. Let's make sure I don't forget. Can I get a trailblazer in there now? There we go. With that, I'm going to have to raise the carbon dioxide loading pipe. Be nice if we get a ladder going up as well. So here is the area I want to change out. Let's first of all get granite tiling. Go across this room. This used to be the Pips room. Move their stable up. Just flatten that out. And then how about we do a similar thing? We can actually get some land back in a way. When I say that, I mean normal temperature area land where the dupes can don't necessarily need to wear their Atmos suits here if we want. I'm gonna make a dip down station that is. It's got to account for these guys. I want to keep these plants where they are. Oh, we've lost one. Okay, have we lost any other sleet wheat? All right. Well, I did put an extra layer here. I didn't think I need, so that's it was nice I did that at least. Let's aim to not lose any more. So my thinking is I'm going to insulate just below the floor is going to be, so we can actually make. Oh, we're low in igneous rock. That's right. See, I probably made this out of igneous. Maybe we start destroying this. Move this down. I'll have a look around to see if there's any other igneous material I can convert. It'd be better if I do the material or mineral view. I'll get my igneous level back up if I can. Just Astroid, and I've changed out a few igneous tiles. I also see some rock over here that we can carve out, which is good. So my thinking is I'd rather have the dupes walk on normal tiles that have a speed bonus, run speed, and then insulate underneath that. So that's how I'm going to do this area. Put in a liquid airlock somewhere around here once we complete this little section. This used to be a store for drawing. I think we've taken all of it out. Oh no, we've got a little bit left. I'm just checking that we've got carbon dioxide loading in here. Excellent. The other thing is this rocket always seems to be way too warm. So I think another change I'm going to make is putting in an aqua tuner here, just to get that temperature down. Make myself a little bit of room to have this change occur. First thing I've got to do is take out some of the steam that's in here. So this is where I want to put in my liquid airlock. Let's see if we can have this look like this. Continue that insulation down there. We'll have a vacuum tile right there. Take that out. See that technically we don't need that insulated, or that one. Okay, what about me? I think that that should do. I do really like the idea of having checks in case something goes wrong. So we're going to put that in. The notification. This is going to look to let me know right away if my vacuum is ever broken. Oh wait, no. I might need to actually temporarily create tiles there to create the vacuum itself. Let's start with the loading process for this. Put 2 tiles up here. Or yeah, rather unloading, I guess, but make this out of gold amalgam. Oh. Okay, well then. I can't create anything there. Interesting, okay. How much water? I could just leak that out in space, or I could, if I really wanted to conserve it, I could pump it through here. But, is there a need? I have to insulate a pipe going through this zone. Right to here. I'll think about this for a second. So, I'm on a world where I don't really need to conserve my water, so I'm just going to waste some of this out in space. Create tiles like this. Make sure that the dupes can access it. Actually, yeah. They don't need to do that one. But we're going to put a liquid vent right here. We're going to drain our water up there once we're ready. Just to be sure this isn't going to spill over. No, that comes out pretty slow. I think that'll be fine. We have a little bit of petroleum dumped out here, just so that we can get that in our liquid airlock. So we have some petroleum in here, and this is kind of evidence that suggests we had one of these guys born, and I'm a bit worried that they drowned. So I'm going to go change this out right there. Make that a priority thing. Got these guys on mesh tiles, so they should be fine. Someone is in here working on this without an Atmo suit. How did that happen? Let's see, they are... Oh, when I remove some igneous rock right there. Okay, let's make sure we get patched up with some granite tiles. Whoops. Yeah, get out of there. Get out, get. They might need to visit the area here. I still have this left tree-ish caught. Set veterinarian there. Get patched up. Astron is attending to veterinarian. Let's put in a fire pole like we have over here. In fact, we can actually disassemble this one. 2, 3. Just want to make sure I don't destroy things behind it. Go from here. We don't need to go all the way down, but we'll go that far so far. I'm just waiting for our petroleum. Let's have a look inside our rocket. A bit of construction still needed. Engineer is hooking this thing up. So I'm going to get this to drop off some petroleum. In fact, there already is some in the machine. I might not need a lot. Let's see if that's going to be enough. What I'll even do is cut this right here. Just so we'll get a little bit more for next time. And someone can go and mop that up with Atmo suits, please. Just got this alert, nuclear coolant too hot. What is going on? We've got temperatures of 58, 56. Alright, what did I have this set at? 50. Take that up to 60. This is the new alert. Hopefully we don't have that happen. Let's just make sure temperature is above 50. This should be running. It's currently not, so our coolant line is below 48 at the moment. Okay, so it just dipped up to above 50 for like a second. Okay. Well, let's make 60 the new warning state temperature. So I suspect over time this area could be a little bit warmer and warmer as this guy continues to run, and I don't want my sleet weed to be warmed up from the bottom. So we're going to put another liquid airlock here with insulation to protect these guys, as well as these guys here. So we'll do that right here. We're going to have a vacuum created right here. I've got to get rid of some liquid, though, because if I've got some of these tiles... Actually, let's relocate this guy to the other side. So at that point, we'll have a ladder going down. Have a fire pole there if we want it. Maybe what I'll do, actually, rather than have to get the team to move some stuff, we'll just dig this out so we can get all that stuff to fall out of the way. before I go and leak this out in space, I'm thinking to myself, why don't I just actually capture this and dump it back in? Not sure how many tiles I'll need for this, but maybe I'll expand up there. Bring this guy up by 1. Actually, just in case I need a little bit more space, do this. Oops, let's not do that one. Oh my goodness, there. I need, oh my goodness. We need 3 drywalling. There we go. That just makes the job of emptying this area of ice easier. Let's check on our petroleum. Get it dropped off here sometime soon. Puff water full. Hey, look at that. Oh, and it actually is. Let's see what kind of atmosphere. It is pretty thick in here, though. So maybe I'll have this, say, when we get below. You know what? I've got Atmo suits in here. Let's see what the harm is going to be. Let's destroy at least one. These guys. Ah, we're crammed again. What happened? We've got 6, I assume. Hold on. Says 7. So I've got 6 of the types that I expect. Just by inspection. Ah. Right. Right. Okay, I added these 2 tiles. Actually, there's no reason why that couldn't be brought over by 1. Okay, if these critters can lay a spot in an egg where an egg can't be touched by an auto sweeper, they will. That's what I've been learning. Anyway. Uber is taking this auto sweeper down for us. To put it back this time, I'm going to be able to access the egg and the conveyor loader. Here we are. That should make these guys not feel so crammed anymore. What about you guys? You guys are fine. Up the priority of that. I've got some petroleum here. I can empty it. So there is where the liquid airlock's going to be. We also have to insulate. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go from here over. Up to here. And then eventually covering both of those. Create some ladders over here so that dupes and movers can access. Maybe one slight plan, again, with the idea with getting normal tiles on top so dupes can run by a little bit quicker. Do that. Just bring insulation down 1 layer. We can even make these normal tiles. Do that before we open this guy. Pilot is trying to make their way back to a base. They're just so slow. Is there anything I can do for them? Let's see. Suit sustainability plus 2 athletics. See if that helps at all. So I've got this area created. I want this to be a vacuum. Let's just fill this in with 2 tiles to make that happen. So Pilot also doesn't have their new suit. So let's make sure they get that. Highlighting, upgrading their plus 2 to athletics. Let's see if they go down, grab their sweater now. Awesome, they are having a good day. here we are. It doesn't look that much different, to be honest, but yeah, I can see a couple speckled spots. Okay, so this has been created, so I'll destroy these, and we should have a vacuum there then. So now that we've got a vacuum here, I'm going to aim to bring this ahead a little bit. Put in some ammo suits, docks. Let's see, put 4 there, I'll put 4 here. Drop this by 1. Have the liquid that's in there go inside this one. And let's also insulate here, otherwise there's not much point of what we just did. That one. How to do this? Let's... Oh, okay, we gotta do this very carefully. Because I don't want that massive amount of carbon dioxide making its way up and out of the zone. We can do this, we can do that. That part easily. I think this I'll do with a bit of bravery, but I believe I can do this one here because of the water on both sides. I'm going to be watching that build very carefully. But let's see. Let's see what happens here. Are we going to get carbon dioxide exploding on the other side? No, we are fine. I'm not going to do that risk with these guys here. The engineer took some damage. Not sure what from. Let's bring them up here for a treatment, maybe. With all the injuries, how about we build a hospital? So we need to put in a lavatory here, even if it's not hooked up to anything. We will also need a mass table. And just in case we've got more than one injury at the same time. Let's see, medical. Put maybe 3 of these guys in. Hopefully we don't have 3 dupes injured at the same time. Put in light source. For at least the first 2. Yeah, we'll do the last one too, why not? So light here and a light there. Let's see, what would make sense? Let's do this type for our hospital. Lights will need to be connected to power. That way, if anyone is injured, they can actually go to a hospital instead of an open triage cot like that. Okay, try opening this again. I think that's probably enough carbon dioxide to go on this mission. We'll cut that right there. Another rover to help out. Engineer still having a bad day. So we finally have a hospital on base. An engineer is the first to go to the hospital. Some tiles built here. I feel comfortable creating some insulation. There, and there. Oh, we can get one down there as well. Out of igneous rock again now. Oh, we've got several that we can convert right here. So this is now empty. Let's make sure we get oxygen directed towards here. What is... Oh, that used to be... That's an old line. Okay, just go right through it. Disconnecting either side. Just to avoid confusion, I'm just going to take out that. These guys are looking happy. We are over 1 million calories of frost burgers. So as soon as we've got a dupe that I like, we'll be printing them. Get some of these tiles back. Maybe they're just a little bit shy, but I see a molten slicker. Larva slicker right there. That's awesome. Let's check on the health of the nuclear power plant. Got several steam turbines running. Got temperatures here of 190 or so. Getting close to 200 around there. Pressure is 83, so that's pretty good. I was worried when I first turned this on about overpressure in here, but we're seeming fine. We're getting water that's being put out of the system good, so whenever a priority order, we're restocking that, so this guy always has some water. And of course, lots of radiation. Where are we actually? The research project scientist is on. We are looking for red bolts, or rather the red bolt propulsion. Oh, I need probably more data banks. Perhaps I go on a mission of just creating those for a while. Don't need 2 dupes for this, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to change the crew. How about we just send Cleaner up? Begin that launch. Let's just check. So we're doing some changes here that didn't get complete. It's alright. Get some data banks created. Ooh, a bit of a mop up here. Nuclear waste. We've got some plastic on board. We've got some food for them, so they should be comfortable. Oh yeah. Take off their suit. That might be smart. The other thing, they're phoning home right now saying that there's no food in the fridge. So I'm getting the message there. I will go in a second here. Make sure we've got some of that tasty frost burgers available. The auto sweeper should take it out of the deep freezer. And Cleaner should get the message to look in their fridge for some food. And they got the message. They're picking up their frost burger. So these guys are also going to need some power. We are getting low on... Oh yeah, because we just launched the rocket, which has all our lead. I never got that off of that rocket. Okay, well then... Guess we'll make this out of... Or I could just reroute this path. What is that? This isn't needed anymore. Just change this path from this point on. And here is Cleaner generating some data banks for us. Let's reroute this line. So we're going to get this from here over to visit all these and go right down like that. There we are. The next thing I would like to do is start to drain this salt water out of the way. So we will put in a pump right there. Let's make sure that has some power. Actually, maybe what I'll do, I'll dig all this out. Get ladder in there. I'll put the pump right there, just because I see we've got heavy wire line. I can connect into that. And we'll send that in for processing. We've got all these guys that we want to connect it to, so we'll go through, let's see, into here. And this is the water line that we want to get into. Okay, so we got to get some bridges in. How about we do this, this, and this. That should take care of it. We're starting to have this water dropped off here for processing, put in our storage area. Let's make sure this isn't petroleum, that's polluted water. We do have some of these guys available, so that won't be a problem. So we're only going to explode these one at a time, because we're going to get a little bit of excess oxygen, but we'll fill these guys up. Actually, maybe I'll disable that as well. And undock the remaining suits. And fill these in. We'll just stick with 3 for now. What I'm going to do is mark all the sleet wheat to be harvested, but set it at low priority so the dupes will only do this if there's nothing else really going on. Sleet wheat, on the other hand, is a priority to get into the deep freezer, as this rover was probably doing. Engineer, or rather pilot, is taking down some petroleum. I've got an alert here. This vacuum ever goes, let's say, above 0. I have the same alert that I have with everything else. Oh, apparently not on that one. Where did I have that? Maybe it was this guy here. Airlock broken, so I'm going to copy that. Over here. And down in this airlock as well. I'm going to insulate right here, so I can get my fire pole to go straight down like this. As I'm looking at this area, I see some carbon dioxide that's piling up here. That's not coming from over here. That is the first time I'm having to worry about the carbon dioxide that the dupes themselves are producing. So let's come up with a solution for that. So this alert went off, and this is an example of alert I'm very happy with. So it says the water level is less than 900 kilograms, and that is well, I guess technically it doesn't mean Rocket has no water, but we are going to be running out of water. That is ultimately going to mean that we're not going to be able to produce oxygen on this rocket. So what I'll do, maybe I'll mop up this area. We'll get this rocket down so we can load in some water. Let's see, I'll do that from within here actually. Change the location, let's land. also want to make sure I add some water to the rocket. So we'll connect that line like that, and this there. Let's just go inside the rocket and make sure that it's adapted to accept liquid. So we should be getting liquid in from here, 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 and it should go towards this, being jumped out there if we've got too much. Awesome. Let's see, liquid bridge, liquid pipe behind it. We can clean that up. Since I've got my rocket here, I'm going to start unloading some of the material that we've got inside. All that lead in that, because if I go on a space mission, I want to make sure I've got lead here to build stuff with. Cleaner is opening this up. Let's do a little bit of a mop right here. And I'll create a vacuum. Actually, hold on. Before the mop, I'll create a tile here first. And then mop. The databanks here, scientists can use the virtual planetarium again. We'll see if that's going to be enough for them to complete our research project. See a rover in here. A little suspicious that they might have dropped off some steel if some damage occurred here. Let's look at the temperature. It is significantly warm, around 125, expecting it to stay around that way because the steam turbine should be operating when this goes above 125, but it's going to take the heat that's from here and transfer it over here. I'm going to destroy this tile, creating a vacuum. We can also mop up petroleum. Let's make sure we get this filled in. That right there. And with that, we're going to have an insulation level line that goes all the way around, surrounding our plants here, the sleet wheat, also surrounding some beta hives. This goes all the way through here. Some bissolite. A few more pieces need to be added right there. That is looking pretty good. I'll just add in some automation here to verify that this vacuum stays. So this beta is consuming some of the carbon dioxide, getting a little bit of radiation exposure. Maybe it would be smart if we blocked this guy off. Let's put this right there. Let's get some of that material I collected in the last mission. So that is iron ore, some lead, and probably have some fossil in there as well. I'm going to do this at high priority, but swept only. Copy that on both these guys. Let's go inside the rockets, and I will mark. Let's see, I've got some stuff here to throw on the floor first. 1 and 2. I'll just mark that to be swept. We have some of that material being dropped off. We have our 10th dupe. This is going to be our doctor, interested in doctoring, research, and suit wearing. Also thought it was kind of funny because they're uncultured, which means they cannot decorate, and they're unpracticed. They have decreased creativity. Get them in here. Let's make sure we've got enough tables and a spare cot for them. Notice myself checking these to make sure that I've got the right balance between the pepper plants up here that are consuming the waste and the actual output. Now that I've got another dupe, I could run into issues, so I want to have a notifier tell me if this starts to get filled up at all. I am starting to appreciate the notifiers quite a bit now, my playthroughs. Take these same settings here for this. Send that down to here. And give the airlock broken message. Hopefully that'll never be the case, but if it is, I'll at least know. Got these 2 bins nearly filled. I'll just dump that out for a refill. I'm going to put a setting here of 90 and 90, realizing that I need a NOT gate for this setup to work the way I was expecting it to work. Put that right there. And let's say this is one of those things. Pause, zoom right to, because I've got to do something. Sewage full. Might want to extend this stable to add a second one. I'm going to have a mix of natural plants and plant a few more. I was growing 4. Now I'm growing all 6 of these. Especially seeing that our polluted water is piling up. But not only that, I'm going to be adding a carbon skimmer down at the bottom of the base here. And that's going to be even more polluted water that we'll have to handle. Let's see, it's not connected into that. So we're going to have to bring down the water line. Let's check the temperature. So a little bit cooler here, but we're insulated from the cold area, so I don't think we're going to be at risk of water freezing in pipes. So we need to have our water line. What was this? I think that was an old thing we can get rid of. Okay, we'll take our water down. Cross into this. Make sure we don't have it going where we don't expect it to. Okay, and then we'll have to have our polluted water go over like this. Get this and that other stuff. Some radiant pipe we could get back. So the polluted water will go into here. Can go up. Can get rid of this guy. Have our polluted water line. Let's see, we'll go up to here. And I just need to connect into that. Maybe the easiest way is just to go through like this. 2 bridges. One right here and one right there. Let's just make sure. I'm pretty sure that guy should have some power. Yep, that's looking good. Can even put in our fire pole now. Might as well. To the right. And get rid of the temporary one that had set up there. Scientist is just holding on. Carbon skimmer is already starting to run. It needs... Oh, we need another bridge. Let's put that through. Okay, so that should complete that little project. Another little project I have, which I think is important, is this guy is getting pretty warm. So we need to get our cooling line to go visit this guy. But, let's see, is there any possible cleanup we could do with that? Let's move him up a level. And make some radiant pipes with granite tiles underneath. So we'll up that just a bit. So I'll take some granite tiles and we'll run this through here. Actually, I can go... Actually, no reason why we can just do the whole thing, actually. Since we've got insulation just below that. We will put in the machine. See, make sure that's made of gold amalgam this time. Let's see, we don't need to have that go through there. But we we do need to do a temperature check still. So how about we go up and around so I can check the temperature just before we go in. It's going to go through here. We'll want to make this bridge exist right there. We can get rid of the bridge that's right there. I'm sure we've got some power. Let's do our temperature check. Do that right there. Automation wire going up. Oops, let's see, cancel that. And a little piece that we can clean up right there. Okay, so now that we've got that, let's put in some radiant pipes. I think some lead will be fine. We'll try 4 pieces going in like this. Our cooling line's located right there, so you know what? We can just do that. Going to destroy this. I realized that this floor is actually out of alignment. I'm just going to leave it for now, but I see some insulated tiles that don't need to be there. Let's get rid of these 2 guys, or at least move them somewhere else. And do we destruct all the way along here. Now I've got to be careful. What am I destroying that I don't intend? There's that. There's potential gas pipes, liquid pipes, automation. Okay, I think we're fine. We'll platform up to actually reach all of that. Don't think we completed the pipes, did we? Yeah, we still need to do that. Gotta be very careful about these wild plants, though. So what we'll do, we'll just go around like that. That's the thermoregulator. Let's see what, wrong type. What is missing? We're missing that little bit right there. A bit nervous about that extra pipe potentially connecting. Let's just make that back off. Let's make sure I put in the right automation this time. We want the temperature check right there. See some more tiles that can be just converted to granite. One thing I was trying to do is get oxygen in this area, but I had to disconnect this just because I wasn't getting enough oxygen down to visit these guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go further up, destroy this, and raise this pump a little bit. Let's go a little bit further up. I think we'll actually go right to the top. Might be easier to actually fill this in from that side up. So do that. See, piece here I've got to be careful of. Pilot is going to get exosuit training, make them a little bit quicker and less difficult on wear. Let's see, Doctor. I'm going to give work on the same track. What I plan to do is put in some drywall in here from the outside in. So we've got to fill in. I know this is going to be a hydrogen-based area. Maybe we'll put, let's see, pink on pink. So this is where I'm going to be pumping in some hydrogen. Right like that. Let's seal this area off some point. So we're going to have this pipe go down and meet with this guy. It's going to need to have some power. Might as well connect into the heavy watt wire system at this point. Do that and that. What else? Oh yeah, the automation for detecting hydrogen. We can bring that up. We will do that. Oh, technically. I see. Change this out. So that the heavy watt wire goes this way. Got 2 tiles here that we can build. It's gonna seal this area off. I might trap a dupe, I might not. Okay, let's put in that automation. Control the pump. But we put that right there. We want a filter. As we typically do with this setup. Put that right there. Okay, so I can open this now. So we can put in a normal tile right there and there if we want. Just be careful of that sand, actually. So we can do the full connection. So we'll get that going there. Get our pumping to go across. Connect that, connect that. And that last bit, I think, is just the automation wire. Make sure this thing gets set to hydrogen. Filter gate going out good. No leaks. Okay, we are good that way. Open this up so that hydrogen can flow up here. Get the automation built so we can set the hydrogen. Check to see if any sand fell. It did. Now the pump is going. I'm going to set this to be 120 seconds. Can get rid of this. We have to fill that tile in really quickly. Otherwise we'll be leaking gas over time. Okay, let's fill this in. I want to get some oxygen up here. Might be smart if I put in electrolyzer. Put that in right here. See, at this point I don't care about that because Atmos suits will be worn. I just want to get a little bit of oxygen around this area. Let's connect into our water line. Actually, I'll avoid going through tiles because that's probably where I'll do some cooling. Connect over like that. Make sure this has some power. Let's have a look around. I see oxygen is covered, but I've got 1 or 2 new dupes, so just making sure that we are still healthy. I think we could definitely do well, though, with another electrolyzer or 2. Selected 2 locations to put my electrolyzer. Now, this is going to be the next one. My thinking is if I can put these further up, especially if they're above the atmosuit, I'm not going to get any hydrogen exposed to the dupes. Got this kind of awkwardness to deal with. What do I do? What is this line? It's an old line. Let's just not worry about that. So in this situation, I know that this is going clockwise, so I'm going to put a bridge here and here. And we'll cut this there and there. Then I'll build the rest of this component, or design the rest of this component. Pretty simple, we just need some water and some power. I was thinking about putting the other electrolyzer here, but this also might be a spot where I put one of my Draco stables, or the glossy Draco stables, so maybe I'll hold off on that for now. We'll see if those 2 new electrolyzers run enough to provide a little bit more oxygen. So we've got this spot here. And my plan for a while, which I haven't done, is to put in some natural. See if that can actually be mopped up, maybe. But my plan is to create some natural tiles and grow some natural bristle blossoms. It's going to cause a bit of a disruption on this stable. But if I work with a pip quickly, that shouldn't be too bad. So we have some nuclear waste being stored right here. I might, let's have a look at the temperature that we're getting, 200 or so degrees. Yeah, so what I'd like to do is to get a few storage containers of this. Let's see where to put that. Actually, maybe I'll put that right here instead. Because I want to have this nuclear waste sent to space for a few missions. So put in this there and there. I'm going to put this in at priority, fill up a few of these. Connect into this guy. Disconnect that. Now the other thing is I currently am dumping my nuclear waste right here. That doesn't make any sense anymore, so I'm going to get rid of that. We're going to move that over here. Put in a pump. It's going to pick up the nuclear waste. Let's see, we can't actually get in a drop off. Maybe I'll just get this to wrap around. Oops. Let's go in like that, and we'll have a liquid drop off that's going to bottle emptier right there. Need to make sure we put in some tiling. So nuclear waste kind of makes sense. It's green, or do pastel green. There and there. Pump is going to need some power. Connect into the heavy watt wire line. Then we're going to take a pipe from here. But why not just reuse this? Make sure we don't connect into that. And that will go in the input of this, so we'll go up. And we can just do a converge. Right like that. So I'm using this area quite a bit, probably about once a day on average. Every time I see engineer go through this door so slowly. So I might put some automated doors here for a little bit of speed. And a little bit of steel just in case, but lead from this point on. Careful not to go into our heavy watt wire line. before I seal this up, I wonder... Make this out of steel. Perhaps we go this way. Because that would just save this little path. What we have over there, we've got to connecting to the battery. Oh yeah, we definitely want to keep that live. So let's bring this up. Got this door too. This one, yeah, why not? Why not power up that door too? Now I see nuclear waste being stored here for future mission. Fantastic. I'm gonna start directing water to be stored up here instead of being brought down into the system. I'm gonna direct the jupes to drop nuclear waste right here. It's gonna be a high priority task. Let's check the rocket to see if that little piece of nuclear waste is still there. It is clear. Unload some more of that lead. Pipe blocked, but we're overheating. Oh no, I thought that we need to destroy this. Waiting repair gold amalgam. Why? It's only 44 degrees. Going to disable auto repair on these two machines just in case, but I don't think we should be overheating since we've got airflow tiles underneath. Just watching the steam level here drop as more and more water makes its way up here. The most heat is being produced down here, so my thinking is we're going to have a cooling line of liquid going all around, including in here. So I need to pop into this area. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change this to just 1 second to get this to pump, just to reduce the chance of getting hydrogen spilled out into this area, while I send or build a pipe all the way around this rocket. Another key thing we want to make sure it stays cool is this guy here. Oh. Whoops. Okay, let's put that away, but also let's take that old frost burger and send it outside the rocket. Okay, what about our steam level? That's getting pretty low. So low. Oh, okay, we want these guys now to stop running. So let's cut their power. Okay, good. Otherwise, we could be at risk of overheating. I'm going to destroy this. Oh, we already are taking on some damage there. Okay, let's get in here quick then. I'm going to disable auto repair on both of them. And we'll also destruct them. So the dupes can't... Oh, we'll get some water that's going to splash down here in a second. I'll cool things down just a little bit. There we go. So the other thing is I can now, just so that I can actually get in here, open this up. We'll jump all the liquid that we had up here down into this zone. Is that vacuum going to matter? I don't think so. I think that will be able to drop down before. Okay, so we want this guy taken out. Switch this for an aqua tuner. Before I forget, I've got hydrogen going around here. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but I don't want it to go through this area anymore. So maybe I'll have it go like this. Could either just drain out the hydrogen. It's not going to do a whole lot. It's just going to kind of spread temperature around so that we get somewhat of an even distribution, hopefully. Let's see. We'll take this out right there. No longer need to take the temperature of that. Do I have enough steel? Actually, I may not have enough for this guy. Okay, let's produce some. Make 20 pieces of that. While we wait for some steel, how about we design that cooling line? Make this out of granite, except for a few radiant pieces in certain locations. See, I could go up here, but I need to make a ladder. Maybe we'll skip that. I think going through this area would be useful. I'm going to try to avoid building there just in case my pipe gets cut between that, which has happened. So we want to just make a line across there. We'll have a line across here. Essentially going through as many tiles as we can. Design the whole system to go clockwise just to make it easy to remember what's happening. And let's pop into this zone. This is where some of the conductive piping is going to be. I can make this out of lead though. We'll basically surround this guy. Maybe what we'll do, we'll add in some extra granite pipes. Go around like that. So actually, this goes in clockwise fashion. That's perfect because we can visit the most hot stuff on the way to the aqua tuner. Just really go through this up here. We might want to change this line here. If that's going to be the case, let's get rid of some bridges. Get rid of you. Or move them up anyway. Just so we can get this line up so I can get my cooling line to use this. We'll have the water loading line go this direction instead. Okay, let's go and put in this piece. So from here, we'll go over. Let's make sure we visit down in here. Use some radiant pipes for that. Make sure that guy stays cool. We've got to jump over this, so let's do that. We'll have some water going down. That going up. Oh, right, we need coolant. Liquid. Okay, I'll worry about that later. So we're going to go through these tiles. Technically, I can switch these over to regular tiles. So we're going to go around like this. Now, some of the material that's being dropped off could be pretty warm, though most of my stuff seems to be dropped off over there. So I'll make those radiant pipes when we get up there. So I'm going to go up like this. Should we go through the washroom? Da-da-da. Might be annoying to get through. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll just go like that. And then we'll cut this right there. Okay. Make sure that's disconnected. So now I'll go up here. Got some machinery I want to keep cool. I want to run through this at the same time. Just get rid of that extra pipe if it's not being used. Maybe what I do then, I'll go up like this, around, and connect into that. Disconnect that. Guess we can cancel that. But make sure it's connected though. Okay, now we go up here. Maybe there is no point in that. That's fine. Get rid of that. Is that some old stuff there? Any chance steel was been made? Probably not. Oh, actually, yes. Fantastic. Okay. Well, we're going to put that in there then. Make sure that is actually touching the right automation place. It is not. So let's change that. Destroy that, and all this stuff. So we need to have an in and out here. Let them get caught up with some of this piping first, though. Just watching this take off. So this guy is taking a little bit of damage. This one, these three are not. What about these guys? They are fine. I think this pump here is just too much in the central line of fire. What I'm going to do is just move these two pumps over. I'm going to see if that's going to avoid that situation, taking just a little bit of damage every time I take off. See, I had this system connect in like that. That's kind of just causing some confusion. Let's get rid of that. Rid of that. I think that can actually be built at the moment. I'll let that carbon dioxide to drain out before I continue on here. Let's see. Ooh, here is our aqua tuner. So we should have power. Actually, we can claim that back. I think we can seal this off. Just because I've got it, why not make that ceramic? Okay, put that up there. We need to have, and I'll make this out of ceramic as well, just because. Oh, that's in the way-ish. Let's see, what do I need to do? Normally, I would have liquid go up in like that, and then back down. Like this. Technically, we don't need ceramic right there. Is that enough room to do everything? Actually, the automation wire. It's going to go down, isn't it? So that's going in like that. Get rid of that. I think that is okay. We need to put in temperature control. Watering. Let's see. Thermo. Right there. This will connect in with our cooling line. Got an up, in and an out. So we want to go in from where it's the hottest. So let's do a repair here as well. So that's supposed to go down like that. That's not something that can be built though. Oh, but I can't build in here. Hold on. What do I do? I don't think there's any other than obviously the oxygen that is going to be lost. I don't see any reason why I can't go in here temporarily. So let's do that. If I'm going to do that, I might as well cut this. But please remember to reattach that. Okay. So if I do that, then I can do this. And I can still kind of have an issue here. I can make that maybe if I go... Maybe I don't have to go this way because I can't... It's difficult to get into this zone, which is perfectly comfortably set with chlorine. I don't want to make that go away. So we could go instead maybe in this direction. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, wait, that was never going to be built anyway. Okay, yeah, definitely going to go this way. Let's just disconnect that. This is just kind of causing confusion. Let's get rid of that. Let's see, this is where our washroom on board could be backed up if we're not careful. So I need to... Oh, wait. That had a point. That had a point. That's kind of like the overflow going into this guy. That's right. That's right. Hold on. Let's think about this then. This is out from there, and this is going to be loaded. So I need to... This is going to be the polluted water line. Okay. So polluted water is going to go out here. Just kind of have a little slack. We don't want to connect that. There we go. Okay, so this is our cooling line. Continuing on. We'll have our bridge go up. Oh, I see an issue. What if I did this? And then did this. And then I did... this. What is this line here? That's my water line that I've got to get connected in. So much things to look at here. Okay, so this is going to be the cooling line. Going there. This is the new returning water line. So this is water that gets loaded in from outside the rocket. This guy is going to connect in here. This is water that's being provided to the rocket. So we need to jump over this. And this guy needs to jump over this. The only thing is, then I'm stuck. I can't get this guy out anywhere. Because this is returning. Wait a minute. This just goes from here. This is our polluted water line that feeds into this. Okay, okay, okay. So then... maybe we don't need this after all. In fact, maybe we don't need that chain. It's alright. We already built it. Whatever. Let's make that the priority build so I can reseal this off quickly. Okay. Where were we? This is our cooling line. This is connecting right there. So this should be going towards this guy. Because the last thing we're visiting, in fact, let's make a few radiant pipes where we've got this metal, or this power plant. Not going to actually ever be able to do that. That's fine though. So we need to go towards this direction. We need to get... No, yeah, we need to get into this one. Okay, this is working out. Here we go. Liquid bridge can jump over that. And jump over that. I think we've got it all. And then all we need to do then is to take the exit line that goes out of here. And that needs to connect into here. Just like that. And we probably would be smart to do a couple things. We'll connect this, obviously. We'll put some radiant pipes right here. Though I would like to visit this before going in here. That's the only thing. Huh. Let's see. If I did that. So this is the cooling line going in. Instead of this, how about go in that direction instead? This did not leave a lot of space. Okay, so this is going to go out. This is all stuff that's not needed anymore. We'll jump over this guy. Get rid of that. So what is this? This is the water line that comes in from the rocket, so we want that to stay. So we're going to have to do some magical jumping. Let's try to keep... Oh, keeping two lines like that's going to be hard. Unless... Let's see, I need to have an up line that goes into this guy. Oh, no. We'll connect up here, up here. Make that down like that. This is gonna go visit this. Okay, so that is the entrance into the thermoregulator. If we can get across, this is gonna go in this direction. This is going in this direction, right? I think if I did that... Where is this guy going? Okay. Just gotta put in all the little pieces here. This is supposed to connect from here. So this is going... If this could make it down, that would be good. Disconnect, disconnect. Take that out. We are getting close, but we've got an issue right here. It's times like this, I wish there was a bridge that went over 2 tiles instead of just 1. I think what is smart. The other thing is I don't want to build a granite pipe that goes through this guy here, because this is going to get quite hot. In fact, probably already is. So I think the smartest thing to do is just to change the direction or the location of this water pipe to go down by 1 like that. That way we can hop over it a little bit easier. I don't see this hydrogen pump running. Why is the question. So we got that going down here at priority. Oh, right. We're probably too efficient with our power production. Well then. Let's see, to start with, where's our smart battery? I don't know if this is going to make a change or not, but I'll make this to be 99 and 100. It's not looking like it. Oh, maybe. Okay. Just. I am going to have to then connect or put some sort of infinite storage for hydrogen. Otherwise, that's going to be an issue around the base. Let's see if it's any easier to get my head around this setup. So where were we with this cooling line? This is cooling line going up here. Should not be connecting to the output. So we need to get this guy. If we can jump now over this. And then if we can jump over that, disconnect this. Let's get rid of that bridge. Then I think if we put this bridge like that, disconnect this. Then we put another bridge here. Lots of bridges, but I mean it's working. Oh, we don't need everything out of ceramic. Okay, going down. This is the return line. Okay, okay, here we go. I believe, I'm pretty sure I have to double check all this once I'm done, or at least see the liquid making its way around. Just make sure that everything here is stuff that can actually be built. I might need... Can the dupe stand up there, I guess is the question. Is there any dupe inside here? Let's take you, just test. They can, okay. Well, let's seal this area back up. Make this the priority. And I'll start designing the hydrogen storage over here. So I'm going to put that right here. I have 2 gas outputs. Here and here. In that, we will have a gas pump right at the top. I won't put this in now, but we'll have heavy watt wire right there. Actually, I can put it right there. Connect that in there. We will put in some gas. If we can, we'll go in like this. So this is where the hydrogen line is going to be going in. And this is where it's going to be going out. Make sure we've got power. Actually, we'll just change our direction. We can claim this back. We never actually did those doors, did we? Take that out, this out, and this one. Never actually did the mopping up of this. So there we go. Oh, see a little piece there. I don't want to trap a rover in here, so hopefully we jump out. All we need to do is open up this crude oil. Get 7 or 8 kilograms in there. Doctor, not quick on their feet. They're opening that up. With that, then, I can put in my joint plate. Okay, clean this back. And we can put in a granite tile right there. Put in our mechanized doors. Put one here, one there, one there. It's not actually going to be efficient unless it has power. We'll open up this area. And we'll move 2 of these pumps over. Get that checkered pattern. Okay. So let's bring in 2 steel. Wait, what is that? Okay, yeah, well, let's go round like that. Doing cuts here and there. Make sure that we've got automation connected to both these pumps, as well as power. Okay, so this is set up now. I'm going to have hydrogen go in. And direct it go out. When we need it anyways. Let's look inside our rocket. How are we doing here? Let's move this out of the way, just so it doesn't fall. It might be trapped. Put in a piece of insulated tile right there. Well, there's going to be space around it, but anyway, that's fine. Might want to add some more water on top of this setup. Could actually just reuse that drain that's there. How do I do this without causing a mix-up here? Okay. How about we go like this? That. This. And then can direct some liquid when I'm watching. Right there. Clearly this is not working. Let's destruct this. Might need to destruct that. I don't know if you can output to a liquid reservoir that's broken. We're going to have to make some out of steel if we actually want to hold this. Which is fine, we have a little bit of steel for that. Put one, I suppose I could just wrap that around. You know what? I'll make the next one here. I'll see if I can make... I'll see if I can push the nuclear waste that's here into here. If not, I'll just destruct it and it'll get dropped off over here. This is really weird. What's going on there? This is not emptying anything. But yet, it just seems to continually be picking up. How much? It's just possibly really slow. It's in the grams. Well, whatever. Nuclear waste is weird. It just... Anyway. I'll let that continue to mop up. Not sure how this is going to go. But we're going to direct liquid to go up here. This is made out of steel now. Hold off on loading. So the nuclear reactor has cooled down. I'm actually not going to direct any more material to go into it for the time being. But, let's see. We've got a research complete, I believe, on that. We're just waiting for more data banks. So I'll leave that turned down. So I've added some water up here. So I'm going to disconnect the connection here. Let the water that's there drain out. Can get rid of all of this. And let's connect everything up the way it was before. Let's see, hold on, that's not right. Was it? That's the return line. Okay, yes, this is good. So what I essentially want to do is this, and this. And I think we're ready to put in our cooling line. Wait though, wait. Gotta connect that. Where is that? Oh, that's just old pipe. Take that out. So I need to bring in some brine. I could use water. Oh, this is an area that's not actually being able to be built, is it? Okay. Let's just do a little bit of a change. How about if we did that? So that means that I'm going to lose that little bit, which I think is fine. So let's stop having water go into this so we can get some brine in there. Have that cut off right about here. And this is where I can steal some brine. Though I want to be there when it happens. Let's check on this. So, okay. So that's not doing anything. Probably because it's broken. I think we just have to destroy this then. Which is going to be a little bit of a trip to... Actually, in the meantime, why don't we start loading into this guy? But not cut that. Good, good. What is going on? Is this a game error? There's no way it's just slowly picking up. I think it's almost creating from nothing nuclear waste. Very slowly, but still. So I cannot see dupes continuing to drop stuff off. Yeah, it's dried up down there. Well, maybe I could take advantage of that. And just load up several of these containers. I'm almost worried about adding more nuclear waste is going to interrupt whatever thing is creating so much more. So I'm going to actually just stop this for the time being. At least until I've got some reservoirs here filled up. So the nuclear waste that's there can just stay there. What I can do is, if I've got enough steel, I'll now put in a second one. So this could go from here over into that. I want to change this so that this is no longer accepting water, but rather filling up the brine line. So we'll do that there. That means I can now connect up the brine, go towards the rockets. Right here. Engineer is installing this, so we should see brine circling through. This is actually going to be a good test to see if this crisscross of everything actually works. Let's make sure we've got appropriate... why are you registering as no power? Hold on, hold everything. Is this actually connected? Okay. Okay, there we go. What is iron? Oh, iron's fine. Okay, so oh wow. Let's repair this, and this reminds me, do that at priority. To hook up the oxygen pipe again. That was right here. Oh, and we also have this. Technically, I don't see why that needs to be insulated. Oh, maybe I'll insulate down there. Let's do that at priority. What about that? Is that something that... we just need a little step stool, to speak, down there. Let's check the temperature. What are we saying? If we're above 20, how about we go with that? What is the temperature these guys want? Pressure's low. Yeah, just wait on that for a little bit. I think their 20s are minimum, so maybe I will actually put 22 here. This brine is making its way around. I'm gonna plug up this area right here. Build 2 of them like that. And get rid of this airlock and actually remove these as well after that is done. Let's have a look to see if this actually does the right thing. So we're going up here, visiting... oh, whoops. I can see I did not intend that. So that's the polluted water line, isn't it? That goes out of there. That did not need to be radiant. Give that back, and maybe we'll switch this out for some radiant pipes. There, maybe one right there as well. And we're going up here visiting this guy, making sure that liquid stays cool. Going through here. It is currently 26 degrees, so this guy is starting to run. That has me worried though, because why is my coolant 26 degrees? 14. Well, maybe that's not a concern. I think that's just kind of going in between its fluctuation. Okay, that's fine. Let's look at the temperature of the base. No, we're looking good. We're looking good. This guy is still running. This is hilarious. How long is it going to take this to... Actually, is it making it there? Hold on. It is. We've got... Oh, I'm not on the status view. 5. Okay, okay. Well, we'll just give that more time. Let's look inside Morpheus. So now we've got this going all the way around the rocket. This is probably going to cool this down significantly faster than we've been before. Let's restore our solar panel. Put that right there. Excellent. So this is a much better cooling system. Looking back, I probably should have built this. Maybe I just didn't have enough steel at the time, but it's there now. Aqua Tuner, Insider, Super Rocket, Morpheus. Make another change here because I see this heavy watt wire. Oh, excellent. We're doing a takeoff. So this is going to allow me to test out whether damage is happening here. We seem good this time. Okay. So note to self, don't make your pump right there. Okay, well, I didn't realize I was actually taking off, but that's fine. Well, it won't get as much carbon dioxide. Not the biggest issue. Let's put this right there because my thinking is if I go like this and then I connect that, I'll be able to take back all of this. So we have our brine in, so I need to disconnect on this side, the brine going in. And we will reverse this. Take that out. We'll do a connection here and here. So I suspect our brine line is short. Yeah, it is. Okay. Do a little bit of a cleanup. Oh, we also have the opportunity to go through this. So I think we probably need more brine now. Now there could be a piece of brine right there. Let's destroy that. Actually, hold on. Maybe it makes more sense if I go in the rocket. It'll just add a little bit of extra space. The only question is where? Actually, maybe down here, because whatever material is dropped off here could be pretty warm. Maybe that'll be enough. I'm just curious what the chances are of duplicating this process. So let's go in here, make a second one if we can. Maybe it has something to do with the pastel green. I doubt it, but anyway. Let's put in another pump. Right there, and if this could potentially merge. Get rid of the pipes here. We'll have another one of these guys, this time dumping some nuclear waste again. Give access to being able to transit right there again. Let's do that. Okay. Just make sure this guy has some power. Do we ever get this complete? Almost, not quite. I'm going to put this guy right there. Now that I've made a change in here, just make sure we put in our drywalling. I can click on it. Oh, magma checkers. That's right, it's not called drywalling. If it has a design, there we go. Can liquid reservoirs just not store nuclear waste? I saw that had some damage. Okay. What do we do? You know what? Let's change this out then. I don't think we're gonna go to this world first or next. I think we're gonna go back over to this world. We'll take on some more natural gas. And I'd like to drop off a condensed nuclear waste area here to create some radiation. Let's go back, man. Maybe we can't put it in liquid reservoirs. Corrosive damage. Okay, I finally caught that. Was that to the liquid reservoir? I click on the liquid reservoir. Not sure if I see what's happened exactly, but anyway. Let's put in a storage here for liquid. Hopefully this can actually store it without damage. Actually, don't know about that. We'll see. We need liquid. Cargo, liquid cargo. Storage here. Oh yeah, we also need one of these guys. Maybe I'll put it on this side. Checking over here. We've got this built so I can claim all this metal back. Actually, this is good amounts of stuff. I need to bring in liquid loader. Rocket loader. Let's see. Oh, I don't have steel. Make that out of iron. That needs to be powered up. And we'll get a line going from here. Actually, just curious. Is this ever... Oh yeah, we're not sending nuclear waste anywhere. So put in nuclear waste right here. And we're going to connect this pipe. See if this can actually make it up into this guy. I don't currently have the red bolt generator running, but this is a place where dupes could be smacked by red bolts. So I'm going to open up this path here and close this path. The dupe's going through that area. Watching some nuclear waste be dropped off here. Oh, damage from over here. Oh, that's right, because unlike the rest of the nuclear waste, this was really hot stuff. Ouch. That might have been a mistake. That might have been a mistake. You know what, let's just get it pumped up. Probably created a bit of heat here, yep. Well, working with nuclear waste is a mess. Maybe we'll stop any more going in. Disable auto repair. Yeah, we're gonna need some cooling. There's our cooling line right there. Connect into that. The same effect seems to have happened. This time, though, I'm probably dumping really hot nuclear waste. Maybe that temperature will go down as this goes down. Put radiant pipe right in between. Made out of aluminum, maybe. Make this a priority thing to get done. Someone made a mess. Why? Are they field trapped? Or what is going on? Why can they not go out? I see. Oh, it's charging. Okay. This gets out of balance every now and then, unfortunately. So they have to wait for this to be charged. Okay, so now you can go out where did you go? Maybe you want to go get some food. Do a little bit of a mop up. Destroy that rover. So here I'm storing Atmos suits. Maybe I'll make that like one of the highest priority things. So we can always have this auto sweeper. At least restock first two. Rovers are up here installing this line to get some cooling up here. So I assume I can keep adding a bunch of these to make nuclear waste. Very useful stuff since I can get radiation from this. This guy here, though. The R190 near getting up to 200 kilograms. I destroyed the pipe behind it. And I'm wondering if that's going to allow us to do storage safely in that. So now the cooling line's going through. I should start bringing the temperature of this down. So unfortunately, I wonder if what's happening is the nuclear waste that's being somehow produced from nothing. I can catch it there for a second. It's at 93 degrees, or 95 degrees. Is it slowly going down? It's 95? Okay, it is. Okay. That's awesome. That means we're generating nuclear waste that's going to get colder and colder. So maybe I'll enable auto repair. on this. Because eventually... it's 50 degrees right now. Okay, we're... I might even add another one. Although I'm going to have the cooling line go through. You know what? Oh no, this guy shut off. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. So how much are we getting? Just still in the grams, but anyway. Okay, cool. Where to go from here? I need to see if I can bring in some nuclear waste here, because my plan is to bring that to another world. So we'll try this out. Now, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to have to rebuild that there. I'm going to put another conductive pipe right there. So I would really like to speed up the process of this being cooled off. You know what? Instead of just risking this from breaking, I'm pretty sure taking the pump away isn't going to stop this process. This hasn't stopped. I might need to drop off some more. In fact, what I'll do is I'll just cut this there. We'll see what happens. So I've got my nuclear waste just sitting there. Actually, do I even need to do that now? That is going to start to cool off. Okay, it's cooling off faster. It's under 75 degrees, so now it should be safe, actually. Maybe I don't even need to do that. Dropping, dropping, dropping. And it's really at the point, as long as it's under 75 degrees, and as long as the pump itself is under 75 degrees, which it is, I should be able to go again. Combine these two natural wastes, or nuclear wastes. It's kind of staying between 52. Alright, I'll keep my eye on these two guys. I think I would like to cool off this stuff. I want to continue on, just see if we can push this even further. But let's store some nuclear waste right there. What is the temperature? 40 degrees. I mean, even 40 degrees is okay. Just want it to be under 75. I'm going to make nuclear waste if I can. I think that's what's happening. Unless I'm misunderstanding what's going on in that little interesting area. So we drop that off there so that can start cooling. Just noticed that this is not actually doing anything. This is not really the logic I had wanted, so I'm going to cut this right here. And this guy should start going. There we are. Now, I could either try to remember to do this later, or I'll be smart and I'll put a sensor here that's going to tell me when this is getting dry. Put a little automated notifier in place. I see nuclear waste making its way in here. Taking off to get a rover. My thinking is this guy produces heat and consumes power. I'm not really worried about the power, but I assume it produces the same amount of heat even though we've got a small amount of liquid. Now this could be dangerous because I don't know if nuclear waste hangs out well in a pipe that doesn't move. Actually, you know what? Let's find out. Let's experiment. I want to know. Oops. I'll put this right there and I'll cut this like that. And I'll cut this right there. We'll see if this pipe gives any issues over time. What is it made out of? We've got a granite regular pipe. These guys are running fine. 33, so they're going down. That's awesome. That nuclear waste make it down here? Not yet. This situation's not ideal. Let's try delivering some suits. I prefer normally having these dropped off in an area that's next to just where the dupes are not wearing Atmo suits. It's just, I've got so much, this is just so busy right here. If I were to, I've got all these trees I can't even get across. If I were to do that, if I were to go up here, I'm going through this high pressure area I don't want to go through. And I would liquid there. It's just a mess. But every now and then we're getting dupes that are trapped. I think what I'll do, I'll at least put a sensor for a dupe. We're going to miss this because these are too tall. But maybe we'll put like a sensor here. And if someone is just hanging out in this area for a very long time, I'll be alerted to it. And I can save this dupe before they make a mess of the floor. Through gate. With an automation next to it. To notify when something happens. I can put the settings on this guy. Let's do that. Water empty. I'll get it to take me right to it. If this guy is below, let's say 100. Watching nuclear waste accumulate up here. So far, I don't see any damage. I'm going to disable auto repair. Just that if there is damage, I'll know about it. So far, these guys are not taking any more damage. Oh, we dried up. Okay, I'm thinking what happens is that it's just very slow in pumping up nuclear waste. Alright, well, let's drop off this at both those locations. Now that I've got this sealed up, there really is no reason to have an airlock there anymore. Or these guys for that matter. Destroying one of them for now. So we can take out all of this. We can also open this up fully to the dupe's access. Let's see, hold on. You guys got Atmo suits on. We could have an issue if you guys dig this open. Causing a bit of confusion. Oh, actually, it's kind of nice that we're Atmo suits because they can dig a little bit faster. And now we've got someone on this side without Atmo suits. But oxygen should start to pour in this zone. Let's take off that to avoid some confusion. Is there not someone else that had one on? Oh my, we lose track of them. So we're going to eventually have access all around here to do some interesting stuff. I want to do the same thing over here. That's why I'm pumping this out. But there's lots of carbon dioxide, so I'm thinking it would be smart if we build a pump down here. Put in, let's say, a filter. It'll just be a temporary system. It's going to take carbon dioxide, send that carbon dioxide up into here. These guys are going to need some power. This is going to send gas here. Won't connect it just yet. And I need some sort of alert, otherwise I'm going to let this run too long. That says carbon dioxide is low, so let's put in an atmos sensor. A gas element sensor. Say right there. And if this doesn't detect, so we'll need a knot. If it doesn't detect carbon dioxide, I want to know. That next to a notification. That and that. So the idea is I just want to pump out some of this carbon dioxide that came from this guy instead of opening up this wall and having it go through the base. This is a spot that can be turned down. Leaving room for future projects. No idea what that'll be just yet over here. So whatever was going on there, slowly mopping up nuclear waste again and again, it's no longer happening. So I think it's time to get this thing to operate. Because what I want to do is have this set up on another asteroid. So I can build a radiation, a red bolt generator. So I'm going to start researching high velocity transport. If I can get that completed, my goal is essentially to bring natural gas over to this world without having to have a dupe involved in the process. I see some molten slickers here, so I see at least 1, 2... So I'm going to get some of these guys converted over to some meat. Reproduction 2%, and they're older. That would be a good one to take out. Clicking over here, we've got age 58. Reproduction 98%. Might as well leave them. Reproduction 1%. Take those two out. So I'm going to put in a notification, say dupe stuck. And if they're stuck for, I don't know what's a good value, I'll try 60 seconds. So that should start to count down. The idea is the dupes shouldn't really be hanging out here. But if they do for a minute or so, that will go off. Trying to pick up some more nuclear waste. Drop it off at those pumps. Watching our calories start to drop. Okay, no more dupes. No more dupes. We've got 10 ravenous dupes on base. Let us have a look. What's the limiting factor? Clearly meat. Got just a couple meat and barbecue meat, which isn't even there at the moment. Let's check all our stables. I think that's going to be the... what's going on? Why do we have 9? Actually, these guys... Cuddle and regular. How did 9 get put in here? What about these guys? And they're fine. This is frustrating. Do we have actually 90? Well, that wouldn't have anything to do with it. I have no idea. How this lets more in. Just give, unless we have an egg on the floor. Is it actually the critters? Well, yeah, it said it is critters because this lights up as that. All right, well, one of you guys. Reproduction 43, reproduction 33, 44, 29. We're all around the same. Reproduction 23. Okay, you're going to go out. We need to produce more meat. I do not want to be in a situation where I'm starting to run out of food. This is definitely the next priority. Maybe I will now make some natural tiles down here so we can put in some of this blossom seed. Though, to be honest, I might need a temporary stable created before that. Just to get more meat into our diet. So we started dropping off more nuclear waste. It's just weird how it shows up and then not shows up. But I'm assuming if I watch this happen again, first of all, we gotta change these to gold amalgam. But if we actually click or watch the nuclear waste, it's very hard because it only shows up for like a second. I'm assuming what's happening. Okay, well, having more added. But I'm thinking what's happening is it just slowly decreases and just shows up and doesn't show up. So such that the pump can only get out so much at a time. Unless, of course, this thing is going off. If I have the steel, I think that might... gross. No, I do not. I preferred that. But yeah, let's put in gold amalgam. I'll tell the pump not to repair itself. We're going to turn down this system over here. Move it over here since we've got a radiant pipe. Since we've got this lined up, I'm going to start to connect that. Have this guy running again? It is, okay, so that is going to be generating some nuclear waste. I see the pump is taking that in. I'll get that loaded inside this rocket. I've caught it in action. So we've got a liquid nuclear waste at 652.8. Just going to let that play for a little bit and come back to it. Now it is 13.2. Okay, weird. 39. Oh, okay. Nuclear waste is just weird. I'm just going to leave it at that for now. Redo some of the wiring here. This transformer actually is not enough to do everything. Figured it makes sense. Actually, hold on. Yeah, we can take a break from the loading of liquid because we've got an insane amount of that. But what I'll do is I'm just going to connect this eventually to the heavy wire system. Making note that I still need a transformer though. So we will go in like that, this, and that. Yeah, we can take that out. I'm gonna need to put a transformer in here to reach this guy. Oh, hold on. That, without power though, whoops, is not good. Okay, yeah, let's put the transformer back. So everything could have been on pause except for that pump, because that's the pump that's providing water to our base. Having a second thought on material to use. How about we use lead around here? So go connect in like this. Go all the way over here to a point where we put in a transformer. This transformer is going to go connect in like this. And eventually fully connect with this system in a little bit. Can get rid of this little area. Nuclear waste is slowing down, so I'm going to let that accumulate again. Starting to clear out this area. So if I use bristle blossoms here, I guess that's going to unfortunately put a pause on the natural tiles that I plan to put up there. That's okay. I am nervous about the food situation. So let's concentrate on this. Let's measure this out. I want to get 96. So right there is going to give me 92 plus 2 for 94. I just need to get 2 more tiles. Maybe take it at the end. We'll get granite tiles going across here. And then 2 extra tiles to get that 92. Let's put in this guy here. Plus a drop-off spot. We want this sensor in as well. Put that in right there. How about... Actually, maybe I should do the auto-sweeping first, but anyway. I need... Let's see, some tiles for the farming. Do that here. Let's see, what temperature do we've got? 24. We're fine right now. Kind of under the pressure. I had thought that I was safe getting the 2 more dupes. But now we really got to get this moving along. Cut this down here. No, that should be fine going like this. I can see that we need a tile in there. We need several auto sweepers in to get every corner. In there. And again, so this guy can reach that detector. So we'll have one that is just on the other side. Plus 1 there. You will need 2 loaders. Put one that's shared there, and one that can be reached by this guy. Just gonna fill this in. We'll need to connect in our conveyor line. It's gonna visit here and here. Jump up that, try to stay to the stable as much as we can. That needs some power. Connect into this. And we will give some light, whoever is going to be operating down here. So we have lots of tasking on critter ranching. So I should have dupes that are really good at that. Just jump over that. The light source. I need a light source for these plants to grow. Put that right there. Need some power. Start to grow the first pieces of this whistle blossom. And I may need an extra farm. Make that out of clay. Put that right there. We've got some blossom seed in here. We're just waiting for some wiring to be complete, though, for that to actually start growing with light. Oh, no. I don't know, pollution exposure even. Oh, yeah, no, food's going bad. I found the source of the problem. This guy is above. This never got set. Minus 25. Ouch. Ouch, that's so painful. So we have some polluted oxygen in there. That's painful. That is painful. Okay, well, it is what it is. We're going to have to put in probably more hydrogen. I really wish, I really wish the game, when you plant something, you could actually design it right then and there. Because there's been so many times I put a component in, wait for it to be built, and it just never gets its appropriate setting. Okay, well, maybe it's not the meat situation, it's the fact that food is literally going bad. I thought the dudes were just consuming it much faster than I expected. So we need to remove anything that's bad in here. Frost burgers. Rotten stuff needs to be brought out. I need to get in here. And here I was thinking we need to produce more meat. That was not the problem. You know what? We need a sense even with... In fact, I don't believe we need this setup, so I'm going to make some changes since we need to go here anyway. One of which is we're going to put a sensor in. We're going to stop bothering with this drop-off. And just have this go in like that. So we might need to actually have this go in temporarily just to restock our food. I'm going to put the same setting here. I'll copy that as here. And I'm going to put the same setting here as here, and we should see this stable be repopulated. This is a critical mission now. So is there any other material? Rotten lettuce. Let's drop that out as well. Anything that's bad I need to get... Oh, you know what? I could have actually just... Or can you select rotten items in a bin? Can this guy even access a bin? That might be a better way than trying to have me select and potentially miss something. This is going off if there's no food in the fridge. Yeah, that's nice to have still. Okay, let's put in insulation right here. Actually, maybe I should have just left that so I can push the hydrogen back, actually. Anything else that is bad? Included dirt, let's move that out. So we're going to put a temperature sensor right here. And actually maybe we'll put another one in as well. The idea of what I'm thinking is... I'll have this actually control whether this thing runs rather than that. Or we'll put it in or. Just connect both of them like that. That's perfect, actually. And then this one can just scream at me if something is not this cold. Very much would appreciate that. We caused an infinite loop of annoyance. Gonna disable that. So the loops don't drop off food there. Gonna remember to re-enable that though once we're done construction in this zone. Or we'll just fish that out. So if the temperature is ever above, I guess it technically is right now, but let's say minus 22. I'll say freezer, not cool. Pause and zoom. This one will say if it's above minus 25, then I want to run the machinery to keep it getting colder. Just get some of the stuff out. Move that there. Move that there. What I'll do, I'll put another metal tile right here. Just move this out of the way too. And I'll put in... What did I make this out of? Aluminum, sure, right there. Now that I've got this sealed up, let's put in some insulation. Okay, so we've got this running. We've got 2 checks. If the actual hydrogen is above minus 25, or if this area in general is above minus 25, this guy will keep going and going. And we've got this alert here at minus 22. It's going to scream at me if this happens again. And we should stop seeing our calories drop so bad. Over here, I'm going to grow some meal wood. Have we restocked? 6 of 8. And we've got 2 of 8. I should see a true signal. Good. Oh yeah, we've just exhausted all the new ones of glossy Dracos. I'm hoping we're going to be okay. Let's see. Actually see some guys that could be wrangled. And an egg even. And that's the best way to get in here. We'll go through here. Do a little bit of mop up as well. I think that is all for today. We've done really well. Last episode, we just concentrated on one giant system. Today, we've done all kinds of little things around the base, such as making these airflow tiles, or liquid airlocks. This is going to prevent our sleet wheat from having issues temperature-wise in the future. And all kinds of other interesting things. Experimented with nuclear waste. All I can say is the stuff is strange. Do a little bit of a mop up. And had a punch in the face to our food production, or food storage really. But that has been fixed, which is absolutely essential since this is so important. We've got a notification there. Okay, I still have so many ideas of how to improve things around here. Let's just check. I don't see this running. What is going on? This is going to be a carbon dioxide alert. And we don't have carbon dioxide, but this is not going anywhere. Oh, okay, right. Everything is set to go, so we can start to take that carbon dioxide out of here. And we've got, let's make sure we've got this running. It is. So that's going to allow me to claim back some of this area. And if you circuit overload it. Oh, really? That was not... That's terrible. Okay, let's definitely fix that. It could be a nightmare. Let's see. I almost wonder if I should roll back at least another cycle. I don't know how much lead we lost. I'm going to take an account before rolling back. I've got 94.3 tons. At the beginning of 489, I still have 94.3. I do not want to leave this to the next day because I don't want to forget about this little setup. Let's get rid of any of these wirings that's sitting over there. I'm going to do this quickly because the pump's not going to run. Anytime we're working with power, we have to be very careful not to burn metal. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that we disconnect that. I think we've got a piece there that needs to be destroyed. Let's bring in our conductive line from here. Don't need this setup. Well, technically that is lights though, isn't it? Do we have another line in? Okay, maybe I'll give that back. Get rid of the transformer anyway. Over here we should have that destroyed, so let's connect this guy up so we'll have our pump running soon. Move this area over just another tile just so I can get a storage bin here. The idea of putting in polluted waste or anything that's gone bad in here. Right now, we still don't have freeze. We're just about freezing, not cold. We're just about that point where it's frozen. So this may not be needed, but if we ever have any rotten food, I do not want it to stay in there. So actually, this is a good sign. We are at minus 25. Frostburger was stale at 7%. Whew. Okay. Still, I'm going to put this in here anyways, just to be sure. Giving a close inspection on this to make sure we don't have anything that is not in the right place. Well, given the fact I lost food, I mean, as long as I think my dupes are going to survive, I can reproduce food, but reproducing lead, not so much. So, if I had to, I was willing to go back to fix this situation. Doesn't look like much lead was lost. But the food situation, we're not going to go back to repair. We've got another stable here. Let's just check that this guy is happy, at least with 96. So we'll get lots more food back in time. As long as this has been brought back. It's up here. Actually having second thoughts about this. I was going to put a bin right there with polluted dirt and anything here that I don't want to go bad. I'm expecting that's not going to happen. I'm going to do another full check right now though. Go through every item. Make sure there's nothing here that's bad. It's all in a deep freeze, sterile environment. Because if I had to put here a bin and I put polluted dirt there, and I made that low priority, this guy would sweep it, but if these guys have nothing to do, such as they do right now, that's going to make some polluted oxygen right here, which I don't want in the fridge. Oh my goodness, what a day. A lot has been accomplished, but we've gone through some very funny behaviors. And burning of meat, which really caused a bit of stress. I thought I onboarded too many dupes. I don't think that's the case. I'm certainly going to wait till we're above 1,000,000 calories again before I ask any other dupes to join us. Hopefully I will see you next time where we continue on expanding this base and see where we get to. Till then.